Hello, today is February the 21st. 21st. This reading is for Scorpio. This is your end of month, February. It's time to be spiritually fine-tuned. We're going to see what needs to be fine-tuned. I was prompted to only do the angel messages and life change cards for you guys. I normally do the roadmap and the chakra, which are these two at the bottom, but Spirit told me to only do these. We got a lot of cards that came out. So we're going to go right into it. You have emotions. Is the camera going to come in? We have emotions, end of an era, adult children, giving and receiving, retirement, what do you desire, cleanse and detoxify, go for it, and family changes. So these three right here, what do you desire, cleanse and detoxify, go for it. Those are angel messages. That's what they want you to know. They're asking you, what do you desire from your heart? Cleanse and detoxify yourself, and then go for what you want, which is something dealing with family. I guess it's going to require family changes, or family changes will occur, or maybe you're having family changes, which is causing, I felt like anxious. I heard the word anxious. Somebody's anxious and maybe nervous. It made me nervous. I was like, what am I doing? I was shaking my leg. So giving and receiving is another angel message. And retirement is a life change card. So you're retiring maybe the way, because I was like, what does that mean, Spirit? Maybe you're retiring the way you give and receive. Are you learning how to give and receive, and you're retiring from the old way that you used to do it? Of course, retirement is letting something go, just starting over, quitting something, and you also had end of an era. So no matter what, you're retiring from maybe an old way of doing things. It's the end of that cycle. Maybe the way you saw giving and receiving. If you look, okay, well, let's see. She has a parrot in one hand and she's feeding a kangaroo in the other hand. I can say like that parrot is small and that kangaroo is big. So maybe you were giving small and receiving big, or you were giving big and receiving small. Nevertheless, you're realizing the card says the entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, give, or only inhale, receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. So make sure you're giving and receiving. Giving as much as you receive and receiving as much as you give. I met a guy who told me, what was it called? Paying it forward. When somebody does something for you, you do it for them, and they keep the cycles going of giving, and it keeps you blessed. Because he helped me out, and he said it was because somebody helped him out. He was like, so next time you meet somebody that needs help, you give it to them. So that's how it goes. So when somebody helps you out, you help somebody else out. And it doesn't have to be anybody, you know, it could be a complete stranger. But nevertheless, that's how you keep paying it forward. When the universe helps you, you help somebody else. We know in order, God blesses you to bless someone else. That's the way it goes. And so cleansing and detoxify will help you to realize that. And it's about dealing with those emotions. And end of an era is next to it. So basically, maybe you didn't know how to deal with your emotions, or maybe you're getting in touch with your emotions, which is ending the way you used to see emotions. If you saw them as, however you saw them, you're seeing them in a new light. And it's adult children, which is basically, if your children are of age, then it's okay to let them be adults. But sometimes we have children that are of age that still want to be babied. Why do I keep saying I don't normally just continuously say adults that want to be babied, or maybe adults who don't understand certain situations. Because I know sometimes when I'm talking to people, I just wonder where their brain is at. Some people don't comprehend the way you comprehend. Some people don't see things the way you see it, especially with Scorpio. Because, that's just how you guys are. I met one Scorpio guy. He told me I could be sitting in a room with a lot of people, but my mind is somewhere else. And you would still think I'm doing the same thing you're doing, or thinking the same way you're thinking, but I'm living in a whole nother world. So you guys may have one thing in your mind, and this person or other people that you deal with have something else, which is like not understanding or not connecting with you, which is okay, but it becomes a problem when they don't know how to compromise or try to at least understand you. That's when I would say somebody is an adolescent, or their way of thinking is adolescent, because they can't even try to compromise. Most people don't like to compromise. When you're of maturity and you grow, you understand compromise and you understand how to level out with somebody. But some Adults are petty, and they're like, no, I don't want to do what you're saying. No, I don't get what you're saying. You're going to see it my way. You know, it's just petty. That's what it sounds like to me for the adult children. But it could be that your children are adults and they still want you to be mama and assist them and do this and do that. Still want you to be daddy. So whichever way it feels for you, that's how it is. Maybe that's what's making you nervous because your children are all grown up or dealing with adult children and it needs family changes. And it could be what is in your body that is making you nervous. So you cleanse and detoxify, you'll feel lighter, purer, freer. Like, I used to drink coffee all the time, and I wouldn't say I'd be anxious, but I'd be giddy, like loud, and just, you know. Anyway, that's a whole different story. But I would take a break from it and I'll be mellowed out. So whatever, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be like alcohol or anything strong. It could be light stuff. I used to drink a lot of tea. When I would drink too much tea, it would do things to my body that I would have to detox from. But everybody's body is different, so it's realizing what you need to cleanse and detoxify from. And I always say it doesn't have to just be food. It could be TV. It could be your phone. It could be the people, these adult children that you're around. You may need to detox from them, cleanse your aura from them, because everybody that's around you puts something in your aura. And it could be damaging your emotions. It could be affecting your emotional space. It could be affecting how you see giving and receiving, because adult children don't know how to give and receive. They take, like children, they just take mommy, daddy, just all day and don't know how to give you anything. They'll give you peace of mind, child. My children get on my nerves. So we have 3 cards that came out that didn't flip over, and I was going to show you guys when I started recording. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 angel messages that didn't flip out. I just did Sagittarius, and they had a lot of angel messages. Well, no, that's life change. They had a lot of angel messages, and you guys have a lot of life change messages. Well, you have life purpose. That's beautiful. Release and surrender. That's the same as detoxify. Release and surrender, and, oh, blessing in disguise. So, whatever's going on, it's a blessing in disguise. You're in between releasing something and surrendering so that you can receive your blessing. And so you need to surrender to your life purpose. You need to release what's blocking you from your blessing so you can surrender to your life purpose. I don't know what it is. I'm going to say, oh, I got chills. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's these emotions or releasing these adult children. Nevertheless, it's the end of an era. I'm flipping all these over. I'm supposed to be flipping it over with y'all. I'm just over here flipping it over. I'm sorry. I do apologize. It says, welcome to new spiritual growth, grief work, parental care. Ooh, those cards look the same. Hobbies. Those cards look the same. Those cards look the same. Whatever is connected to your parents is where your hobbies lie, which is something dealing with your life purpose. I just feel that right now. There's a lot of purple and yellow. Oh, that's all purple and yellow right there. Yellow and purple. That's beautiful. Something dealing with your parents and your hobbies is connected to your life purpose if you didn't know. But you have to surrender to that. Now, with the parental care, it's about making sure that you're not taking care of your parents too much, that you're not taking care of yourself, or that it's overbearing for you. And with the parental care, that goes under adult children. So it's some parents and adults right now being affected by whatever is going on in your life. You could be the parent or you could be the child. But it's a thing that is allowing you to experience spiritual growth in that area. And it's also, it says grief work, which is about, Virgo got that card. It's about dealing with grief in a healthy way, which is tied to your emotions. Sometimes we don't know how to express our emotions or deal with grief, because emotions can turn into grief, like depression, if we don't deal with them in a healthy way. So what they're trying to get you to do is cleanse and detoxify yourself so you can deal with things in a healthy way and release it in a healthy way. It's like if you break up with somebody, you like, F you, get the F out, I don't want you no more. That's not healthy. It's about sitting down, telling that person, you don't have to say it the way I say it, but it's like, we're not meant to be, or I want to go my own way, or this and that is not adding up for me, it's not working for me, and I want to go my own way, instead of just causing a big scene. Because I've been there, done that, and I've learned that when you do that, you have to go right back to that situation. This is the way the universe works. If they give you a situation to deal with and you deal with it in a way that's unhealthy, you're going to get that situation again until you learn how to healthily deal with emotions, grief work, and releasing and surrender. That's the blessing in it, because it's teaching you how to deal with your emotions, and it's causing you to have spiritual growth. and how to deal with grief work. Now, grief work has a double-sided meaning. It's either you're dealing with your own grief or you're counseling someone else on dealing with their grief, which is probably why you have adult children in parental care. And parental care was by hobby. So by you helping your parents deal with their grief or things that may have been in their life, is opening you up to your hobbies. Because if you are a writer or you are a singer, it shows when you're helping other people or when you're doing things for other people, and it grows your talent in ways you don't know. But you can only see that when you're dealing with things outside of the norm, which is spirituality, spiritual growth, grief work. So you talking or communicating with your parents or dealing with parental care, adult children, because look at it this way, singers don't have anything to sing about unless they go through something. Unless they have dealt with something, unless they have a songwriter. But mostly it's their emotions that's connected to them. Writers, they normally don't write about things that hasn't happened or that someone hasn't told them. So all of this is preparing you to deal with your hobbies or entertain. They're entertaining your hobbies, which is connected to your life purpose. So you're releasing everything that doesn't serve you anymore. You're releasing what's blocking this blessing in disguise, and you're surrendering to your life purpose, whatever that may be. They didn't tell me. At the end of the day, all in all this stuff that you're going through is motivation. That's what you need to remember. And my thing just popped up on my phone. You are beautiful, awesome, and strong. So you're beautiful, awesome, and strong. But this is all motivation for you. And it may be tense, but that's only because you need to cleanse and detoxify. And it's probably a lot of emotions that's just bottled up that's coming out through this grief work, but it's causing spiritual growth. And when you learn how to handle it, it took me a while. It took me a lot of knockdowns and letdowns and showdowns to even know how to deal with me. So I know dealing with other people, adult children in parental care, I'm like, nah, Jesus, I'll be okay. I'll just deal with me. I said, it's bad enough. I got to deal with me. I can't deal with nobody else. So nevertheless, all of this is helping you to grow spiritually, and is bringing you to your life purposes. At the bottom, this is what you got. After you get through all of this, all these emotions, giving and receiving, the end of an era, retiring from your old ways, cleansing and detoxifying. Why are you saying it like that? I don't know. It just feels good because it feel like it's kind of boring, but it's kind of nervous eating away at you. But nevertheless, it's gonna connect you to your life purpose, which is going to bring motivation for you and others. And it's going to bring about some family changes that I feel are probably beautiful. I don't know. It's going to affect the family, which is good because you have adult children in parental care right here. All of this is dealing with family. But for you, it's your life purpose and your motivation. So maybe all this family stuff over here that may be looking like it is affecting you, is really just getting you to your life purpose and your motivation. And it is certainly a blessing in disguise. So however you want to take that, Scorpio, that's what I feel. I hope I communicated that well, because Scorpios are in their own lane. If you don't hit the target just right, they're like, you can miss me with that. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. That's your reading, Scorpio. That's your end of month February.